Yo, what's going on? Chavo Guerrero Jr. here, giving a big shout out to Wrestling Rehab. Keep watching, keep listening, and Viva la Raza.
Órale. Órale. Cholo Trucker Wrestling Rehab. Shout outs to all the junkies out there. And it is time. It is time for the final of the Big Four. It's the Survivor Series. Oh man, can't you guys just feel the the hype, the electricity in the atmosphere for the Survivor Series? War games, that is. And if you're not, let me tag in my tag team partner who is feeling it. I mean, he's been waiting all damn year for this one. Let's go ahead and bring him from the LA Times One, Mr. Pablo.
Fire.
Oh, Pablo, man, I could
Sure.
just feel your energy just oozing out of you for this PLE. One of the big four, big dog.
Yep. And I do gotta hope for this card, and I'll tell you when we get to that though. But yeah, we're here, people. It's Survivor Series, the last of the big four of the year. And then we go on Saturday night's main event. We got a few other things going on. Then it's the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah, and I think that's important to bring out is that there is no PLE for the rest of the year. Instead, they're going to replace it with Saturday night's main event, but that's not going to be. Um, where's that at? That's going to be on regular TV on USA, isn't it?
Probably. It usually was.
Okay. So that's going to be pretty cool, man. I like that. I like Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, man. Cody, and what's his name headlining? I forget his name. Oh man, Canadian dude, Kevin Owens.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a pretty good little main event right there. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
could be
All
worse,
right.
right? Could be like Nakamura or something.
Oh gosh, man. Well, Pablo, I have not heard a lot of excitement for Survivor Series War Games. So let's see if we could turn it and try to excite people about it. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm not even that excited. And we are recording this before I watch SmackDown. So I just want to let everybody know that. I'm just not that excited, but I do want to watch it.
Yeah, and you didn't miss much on SmackDown, bro. There wasn't really nothing life changing. It's going to change tomorrow. Only one thing, but that's nothing really changed.
All right. Well, let's get into it. Big dog, what do we got?
All right. And I just want to say this before we even begin. I was thinking about this because I was thinking about the old Survivor Series back in the day, right? They were so star heavy, Every
Mm.
match could have been like a main event almost, Wait, I'm talking, 20 years ago, maybe Bret the Hitman Hart days and all that. But
Okay.
but mostly all the stars are, the big stars, the electric stars are in the main event. So take that for what it's worth, right? So, with
Mm.
that, the first match we're going to break down is Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker versus Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser. Triple threat match. What do you say?
This is gonna be a good match. This is gonna be a good match. I'm sorry, it just recently turned into a triple threat match. I think just on Monday Night Raw.
Mhm.
Um, because it was Kaiser versus Braun Breaker, and then Sheamus got in. This is gonna be a good match. Now, a one-on-one with either one of these three, I think would be a good match. I just don't think fans would be that interested. But in a triple threat match, I think, I mean, outside of war games, this is probably could be the best match right here, man.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Man, any match with Sheamus, is gonna be awesome. Ludwig could go, Braun Breaker could go. This is gonna be very interesting. Um, I'm excited to see what's gonna happen with Ludwig. Not so much in this match, just for his future, man. I think this could be the match where he starts separating himself from the pack and starts going in a different direction, at least here or maybe Monday Night Raw. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, I don't see Braun Breaker losing the strap. Um, I see a very competitive match. I think Braun Breaker wins. And um, you know what, Pablo? I think it probably sucks, but I think they put Sheamus in there to take the pin. Now, I think he's gonna have a good showing. I think he's gonna have a good match, and I think he definitely adds to this match and makes it more exciting. But since they're trying to build Kaiser, I think Sheamus takes the pinfall, man.
Man, I could totally see that, man. They're rolling it. He rolls up Sheamus for the pin. He's outside looking at somebody in the outside or something, comes up, grabs the tights, rolls them up. Yeah, I could totally see that, man. Who will I say? Yeah, I think Braun Breaker. No, Braun Breaker is going to win, man. He has to win. They can't take the strap off him this soon. Um, but at the same time, Ludwig they have to build him. So, ideally it has to be Sheamus that takes the pin. He's the only one over the hill. The two guys are young studs coming up in the business, have great futures in front of them, according to probably what Triple H thinks. So, yeah, I think you're right, bro. I think that's a little wisdom right there. I think, unfortunately, Sheamus is there to take the pin, bro.
And I mean, with that, I think Kaiser and Braun Breaker continue their feud. It just leaves Sheamus out in the cold, and they can continue their feud because Kaiser could come back and say like, you never beat me. You may have won the match, but you never beat me."
Right.
So yeah, I think Sheamus takes the pinfall. Now you were saying that somebody comes out or somebody distracts Sheamus.
Yeah, because I mean, Sheamus, they don't want to completely bury Sheamus. I don't think they want him to get just a clean pin. I just saying there has to be something where he's maybe looking at Braun Breaker, or he's looking at Ludwig outside or something, and Breaker comes from behind. I'm just saying I don't see a clean pin, because why do they want to bury Sheamus? If they bury Sheamus too bad, nobody's going to care what he's going to do next. They're going to just call him the next John Cena.
Mm,
So they have to protect everybody in this match, especially Ludwig and especially Braun Breaker, though.
okay. Okay. Yeah. When you said back in the day, to me, the reason why Survivor Series was huge was because it had the teams, man, by elimination, like way back in the day when it first started.
Uh-huh.
I really used to love that, man.
Right.
But
Yeah.
when it comes to this match, yeah, Braun Breaker gets a pin over Sheamus. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could see that. I think what will probably happen is Kaiser hits his finishing maneuver on Sheamus, which honestly, Pablo, I don't even know what's Kaiser's finishing move. But I think he hits it, and Braun Breaker hits Kaiser with like a spear or throws him out the ring and pins Sheamus.
Oh man.
I
Yeah.
think that's what I see happening.
So I know, for those of you out there who don't know, we all have our favorite wrestlers have their favorite moves. I have a lot of wrestlers, but Cholo's favorite wrestler and his favorite wrestling finish is when Gunther does the frog splash. That is his favorite.
Oh man, gosh, one of the one of the worst frog splashes I have ever seen, man. Probably, I think it's the worst ever.
Oh man, it is.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh
All
Lord.
right, all right. So we both got Braun Breaker on that one over
Yeah.
Sheamus.
Yeah, it's going to be a good fight, but no one's really waiting for this match. Braun
Okay.
Breaker, he is the future. He is somebody that I heard, according to rumors, they want him to be kind of like a Steve Austin, where he's a bad guy and a good guy. He's never really one side or the other. So we'll see how it goes, man. And hopefully in the future, he'll really explode, bro. He'll really explode with a good storyline. But nonetheless,
it's making sense because technically he's a heel, but people do cheer for him. So yeah,
yeah,
it's working.
yeah,
It's
dude,
working.
he has his pedigree, bro. Look at his pedigree, man.
Yeah.
He has a good pedigree in wrestling, and then not only that, his dad and his uncle are, man, they really are wrestlers, not
Right.
national champions, man. So the next one, this is one that Trollo Trucker has really been excited about. So you guys chime in and let us know what you think of this match. LA Knight versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the United States Championship.
Wow, man. Okay. Shinsuke Nakamura is back with like a new look. I still don't care about it. Why are they making this match? I'm thinking because they just ran out of time to put LA Knight in some sort of program. So it's like, hey, well, we got Nakamura coming back. Throw him in there against LA Knight. I was never a fan of Nakamura. I never understood it. I never understood why people loved him so much. And you know what? I think people have I think he's kind of fallen off, man. I don't think people care as much about him as they once used to care about
You're right.
him.
You're right.
So look, I'd be surprised if I say LA Knight wins. LA Knight's got to get the victory. But now with that, Pablo, are we gonna have both Intercontinental Champion and United States Champion both come out with the victory?
I hope so. I hope so.
Okay.
I hope
All
so.
right.
Let's hope Shinsuke doesn't win, right? That could be horrible. And for my pick, man, this is both these guys are great wrestlers, bro. But Shinsuke is just not believable to a lot of people. So I'm gonna pick LA Knight to win. And I'm just hoping this isn't one of those things where they create a rivalry that lasts like three pay-per-views. I'm just hoping this is a one and done, that somebody comes out and maybe a Logan Paul or somebody comes out and just takes one of these guys another way, because I don't want to see it again. So I don't think no one wants to see it again. So yeah, LA Knight definitely over Shinsuke Nakamura. Are they going to protect Shinsuke and let him win gracefully, or are they going to pin him completely? I don't know. Time will tell, man. I think Triple H is a realist. I'm sure he sees the fans ain't into him. So let's see where it goes, man. Any last words on that one?
Well, there's no special stipulations to this match. So can it be that Nakamura gets himself disqualified? I do see Nakamura. If they so he's coming back. They're not just gonna bury him. So I do see Nakamura losing by disqualification because he takes it too far, or something like that. I just to have LA. Well, just to have LA Knight hit him with blunt force trauma and pin him 1, 2, 3, like what? I just what does that do?
Right.
With Nakamura's with his return. So at the same time, you don't want to take the strap off of LA Knight. That'd be horrible, man.
Yeah.
So I would say Nakamura gets out of control and hits him with some foreign object. That's what I would think.
Yeah, or maybe the spray. That spray, once in a while, he comes back with the spray out of his mouth. Could accidentally hit the referee or something. But yeah,
Okay.
so I don't think a lot of people are excited about this match. I think it's a waste of time. There's so many other people that he could be going against. I think a great match for LA Knight would have been Bianca's husband. Give him
Ah.
it or something like that. This could have been a place. People would rather see that match than this guy, I think.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That would have been interesting because Montez Ford, he's a damn good wrestler, man.
right? And he ain't getting any younger, bro. He ain't getting any
Yeah.
younger. I mean, right now, man, let him get the strap and let him see what happens, bro. But I don't know. Doesn't look like they're gonna do that, man.
Yeah. No, that sucks, man. I don't know if maybe they just don't want to kick Angelo Dawkins to the curb, but yeah, Montez Ford, man, I think could be a good singles competitor.
Yeah, that would be dope, man. Exciting. As far as you know, before we move on, is Logan Paul's not hurt, is he? Right?
Not that I know of. Not that
Okay.
I know of.
Okay. I just seen that you did a video on it. I didn't know it was a topic. I didn't get to hear it, but I was just curious. I just wanted to make
Oh,
sure.
yeah. So real quick, so they're talking about having him versus Mike Tyson in a boxing match at WrestleMania 41.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And by the way, there have been boxing matches at in the WWE before.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. That would be It would be interesting, man. That would get the eyes of the world, bro. Right there. Smart move. Smart
Yeah,
move, man.
yeah, it would be. I wouldn't want to see it, but yes, yes, it would definitely bring everybody to watch WrestleMania. Yes.
Wow, that would be interesting, bro, for fans just to get
Yeah.
to promote wrestling. But just before I mention this next match, I do want to give props. I try to give props to like one person in every segment of our show. I want to give props today before I read this match to Raquel Rodriguez. She
Mm,
has been playing a tough guy, bodyguard type for Liv Morgan. She has been kind of like a China was to Triple H and HBK, standing in the
mm.
back, being the body, and she's doing a wonderful job. If you watched SmackDown tonight, you just know that, man, her presence just makes a difference. She's a pretty good bad guy, man. I just wanted to say that before I introduce this next match. Here we go.
Okay.
Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Bailey, Naomi, and Io Sky versus Liv Morgan, Nia Jax, Raquel Rodriguez, Tiffany Stratton, Candice LeRae. War Games match. Go for it, brother.
Oh man, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here. Um, I mean, look, it's gonna be a good match. I think all these ladies are good. Io Sky always puts on a heck of a damn good
Yeah.
performance, man. I love that. I love that small girl right there, Io Sky, man.
Yeah.
She's a firecracker. She's badass to watch. I love watching her wrestle. Um, look, there's some storylines with some of these wrestlers individually, but all this, is just kind of put them all together and let them, put on a good show, I guess. Um, there's one thing that's kind of sticking with me here, though, Pablo. Um, would Tiffany Stratton would she cash in on Nia Jax this night? They're on the same team, but if she gets like knocked out cold, she's in the ring, she's in the match. Does she cash in on her?
That would be awesome. That would be so.
Um, I'm wondering. At first I was thinking like, yes, yes, yeah, I think it can happen. But the closer that we get to it, I'm kind of like discouraged and saying like, nah, I don't think so. I think they're still gonna try to stretch it out to I don't know when. I don't know when. Maybe even WrestleMania, I guess.
Man, Saturday
But
night main event would be a dope time to do it too.
oh, that would be badass, man. Yeah, I would love to see it on Saturday night's main event. As far as this match, uh I guess I don't know who would come out with the victory. I guess because you cannot lose a title. I'm assuming Rhea Ripley. I'm assuming her team will get the victory. Um, both champions are on the same team, right? isn't
Yep.
yeah, both champs are on the same team, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, I mean, I would say this is a chance for somebody to get the victory over the champions without the champions losing the straps. So
Yeah.
I'll go with Rhea Ripley's team.
And you know what sucks, bro, is you know how we were talking last week how they've been kind of burying Tiffany.
Yeah.
Well, tonight, man, like Tiffany didn't have much of a role, at all. When they all came
Mm,
out, she was just standing in the background, like it wasn't much of nothing. They tried to create dissension between her and Nia, but from the mic, but that was about it. Like she was almost a background role, bro. So if they did do a Tiffany win on tonight, it would be a big, big, big it would be a big swerve, if they did it tonight because they didn't hint to it at all, you know. The other thing I want to mention about this match before I share my thoughts who's going to win is I'm starting to believe, and I could be wrong, that Bailey is the one who hurt Jade Cargill. And I don't know, just if you saw her on Monday Night Raw, I think it was Raw, either that or it was last Friday, man, she was kind of weird when she came out. Oh no, I think it was Monday. She came out and helped, and I forgot who she helped. She helped somebody. Anyways, the point is she looked a little weird. It was odd, like her facial expressions. And then Jade Cargill getting hurt you know, benefits Bailey. Now she has a position in the match. So yeah, man. So I'm not totally convinced, but being that I'm saying Bailey is the one who hurt Jade Cargill, it's probably going to end up being Naomi. You know, that bit
okay.
Cargill in. Who? But just really quick before we go on, who do you say?
That hurt Jade Cargill?
Yeah.
Um I was thinking Bianca Belair.
So
It reminds me of the Triple H and Shawn Michaels thing.
uh-huh.
Like Triple H was in the ring when he got word that Shawn Michaels got hurt. It's like, what? And then he rushes back there, and then we find out that no, it was him. He did it before he went out to the ring.
Wow.
So I was thinking that, but I could definitely see Naomi as well. That's so. While I was thinking Bianca Belair, I think that's still an option, but I think what's more of an option is probably Naomi. Just because there's history with those three girls, and in reality, it seems like they've kind of left Naomi like she's the third wheel, right? So maybe like her jealousy is catching up, especially if we start seeing Naomi team up with Bianca Belair and they become the tag team, then it would make sense because the three of them have been like somewhat kind of, homies and stuff. And but Naomi has been kind of like the one that's left out the most.
Yeah, yeah. And tonight on SmackDown, they were saying that I think Bianca was saying I know it was the other team, I just don't know which one. So they're
Mm.
trying to swerve us, but it's definitely somebody on the good guy team. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. And before anything, I just want to say that what about Mercedes Monet, dude? Sasha Banks, dude. She's
Mhm.
making bank, dude, but she's over there in empty arenas, bro. I bet you man, Mr. Khan is definitely regretting paying her that much. Jeez,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely, man. Um,
all that.
yeah, I mean they're struggling over there to sell any tickets, man.
Yeah,
So but you know what? Look, she's a good wrestler. She is a damn good wrestler. But I mean, yeah, I'm not really sure what she's gonna be doing over there. I mean, I'd like to see her come back at some point, and hopefully it's not, way down the line when she's kind of a shell of herself.
yeah, definitely,
So
dude, definitely. And for my pick for this match, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the faces. I'm gonna go with the faces, and yeah, and I think that hopefully they're gonna hit a cash in, and probably the one who's gonna take the pin. If I had to say it, man, it would be suck if they pin the champions, but I guess that's a good thing. But I'm gonna say Candice LeRae. She's the oddball out, you know. She doesn't have nobody really cares for her yet, but she's coming up, you know. She's the least of them, so I'll go with that, you know. And
That
I could see
that
dissension in the good guy group too.
wait, hang on. You're saying that Candice LeRae takes the pin?
Yes.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. I'll go with her. Nobody gives a rat's ass about her, man.
Right? She's the odd person out, dude. They're just trying to build her up in here. But she's the one that could surprise us too, man. With some excellent moves, and she could win people over. But I see some infighting is going to happen on the face side, and we'll see. We'll see.
I think honestly, man, I think Tiffany Stratton does some incredible things at Survivor Series War Games, and without them even trying, she becomes more of a face than she is because she's supposed to be a heel. But I'm telling you, man, she's gonna gain the crowd. I'm telling you guys.
Yeah, I mean, she already has the crowd. The crowd's like, "What's going on, dude? Hope you guys are burying her. We're waiting." You know, it's like,
Yeah,
come on, dude, come on. I guess Triple H knows what he's doing. I guess, right?
I guess so.
Okay, so let's go. The co-main event of the evening. This is the world heavyweight champion, Cholo's favorite wrestler, champion Gunther versus
Mm,
Damian Priest. Why don't I start this one, man?
go
So,
for it.
because I know you're not a Gunther fan. This match to me is going to be a Gunther win. They had to give Damian Priest a rematch, the Puerto Riqueño, to come in, get his thing. Damian Priest has come so far from where he was. Remember when people used to boo him and nobody cares and yell all kinds of stuff to him and just nobody cared about him. But he's come up a little. I think the Judgment Day really helped him. Hopefully, this match will help put him over. Will light a fire to him. Will he stay a face? Probably. Why would he go back to a heel, right? But yeah. But I see Gunther winning this match. I see him a clean victory. Possible interference from the Judgment Day to help Damian Priest lose. I don't know if they want to keep going with that, man. But yeah, Gunther for the clean pin.
um, yeah, man. You know, El Campeón, or former El Campeón, is one of those guys that the title made him instead of you making the title,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's like The Miz made the Intercontinental Championship relevant,
Yeah,
right? There's certain guys where it's like they're waiting for the title to make them, but you have to make the title. And El Campeón, the title made him because now that he's not champion, honestly, Pablo, I'm really losing. I've lost a lot of interest, man,
yeah,
in Damian Priest. The fact that there's a rematch, honestly, I don't even really care too much. There's no way that Damian Priest gets this victory. He's a good wrestler, man. Don't get me wrong. He's a good wrestler, but to have him in the storyline with Gunther, it's like, who are you fooling, man? You know, Gunther is not gonna lose.
right.
So it's like, I mean, you're just putting this match right here, just to say, hey, look, we gave Damian Priest a shot, right? Um, but it's do they bury Damian Priest, Pablo, with just a clean 1, 2, 3? There's no outside interference. There's nobody that comes out. Nobody from the Judgment Day, Carlito or Finn Balor. Does it? I mean, they don't necessarily have to physically do anything. They could just come out and just distract them real quick.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So I would think, okay, I would think something like that happens. I don't think anybody from the Judgment Day actually does anything physically to insert themselves in the match. But I do think just the presence. I'm thinking that Damian Priest is going for the kill. Like he's got Gunther, he's got him exactly where he wants him, and he breaks concentration real quick because he sees Finn Balor like outside just looking at him, and boom, just like that, with the snap of a finger, just that quick distraction, Gunther capitalizes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I could totally see that. I don't think it's totally Damien's fault that they have him in some bad storyline writing. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. I think we're gonna start seeing who's next for Gunther. I was almost gonna say that I'll wait till the next the next match to say what I was gonna say, but there is possible somebody coming out, and yeah, it'd be interesting. I think it might be too early for John Cena to come out too, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's still a little too early for him to come out, but yeah, definitely Gunther's gonna win. But I think as they go down like that, I think the Judgment Day still some way somehow gets involved. Which, by the way, Pablo, when is Damian Priest gonna 100% break free away from the Judgment Day? Like, is that always gonna be a storyline? Is there always gonna be animosity? I mean, at some point they gotta completely break away, right?
Right. I was hoping it already happened. I was hoping this is it.
Mm.
I was hoping this is the time. Let Damien go on and maybe fight for another strap. Or move him over to SmackDown, get some new fresh stuff. He's been on Raw forever, bro. It would be
Mm.
nice to see him going over there and mixing it up with some other people. I think it would be dope. He needs a change, man. He could be one of the main guys over there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, heck, what's his name? Jay Uso did it.
Yeah.
Jay Uso did it. He got himself away from the bloodline. I mean, now he's back with it, but he got away from it, and look, man, he started doing some pretty big things. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. So yeah, let's see what happens. So we're both picking Gunter. We're hoping that this ends here, and I'm hoping that Judgment Day it ends. They haven't been doing. They've been burying the Judgment Day a little bit too, so they still got life in them if they do it right. So see what
Yeah.
happens. You know.
Yes,
So our
sir.
main event, bro, and I got some stuff to say about this one. So here we go. This is a War Games match main event. Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, the Usos, CM Punk versus Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tamatanga, Tonga Loa, and Big Bronson Reed. What do you say?
Yeah, man. Uh, I mean, it definitely brings eyeballs. It's a weird team match. I mean, the only one that makes it weird, I guess, is CM Punk. I mean,
Yeah.
Bronson Reed is a little bit of an oddball as well, but it's like out of nowhere he just teams up with the new bloodline. It's just whatever. But the one that's really more of an oddball is the CM Punk thing.
For
Nonetheless, it yeah, but nonetheless it brings eyeballs. All right. Um, good gosh, man. Pablo, I look. I think you'll be a good, decent match. There's not really like a high fly risk taker in this match. Um, I'm not. I'm somewhat excited, somewhat not, man. I'm just kind of like, all right, it's the main event, cool. You got the tribal chief in there, the real tribal chief. But what happens? What's at stake, man? I mean, what if the original bloodline wins? Now what?
yeah.
It's like,
So so is it watch, let me share a few things before you give your pick.
all right,
And I know you haven't watched SmackDown, so I won't share too much, unless you're okay with it,
No, go ahead. Speak it, man. Speak it.
Okay, yeah, because you'll know by this, it ain't nothing big. Well, before today, what happened was CM Punk sat down with the tribal chief, recorded segment, and they sat down together, and CM Punk showed up late. CM Punk and Roman was like, "Where is this guy?" Telling Paul, and CM Punk came late and said, "Hey, I'm." He came late and he told Roman, "Hey, I only got a few minutes," and he goes, "Well," and then CM Punk told him, "I'm not here for you. Yeah, I'm not here for you. I'm
Mm.
here for him, for Paul." And then Roman said, "Hey, man, I don't like you." And CM Punk's like, "I don't like you. And basically, I'm here for Paul. You want me? Let's do this. And afterwards, you want to fight me? Let's do this, So they were very disrespectful to each other. But at the end of the day, they both said for one match, we're going to get together. We're going to fight. I mean, we're going to do this, and then we'll see what happens. The other thing that happened is they had a match. Everybody was banned from ringside, and it was Jacob Fatu versus Jey Uso, and the winner gets gets some kind of advantage in the ring or whatever, and I guess they get to come out first, or I don't know, something like that. Well, anyways, Jacob Fatu, he demolishes Jey Uso. He throws him on the table, pins him clean, but hurts him, throws him on the announce table. Like nobody jumped in. It was just a fair fight. And Jay was the first one to take him to the table. And then later on, Jacob threw him to the table, but Jacob hurt him. So the announcers, and this is what I was going to get to, Cholo. I don't know if it's going to happen, but the announcers at the end of the show were saying, I don't know if Jey Uso is going to be able to, how's he going to fight tomorrow if he's injured, Like they did like a little bit like that. So I don't know if that's the open door that Seth Rollins is going to be there, but either way, Seth Rollins will be there. So that's all I wanted to share on that, is that there's a possibility that Seth Rollins might be filling in for Jey Uso. Not sure. We don't know, but why is the announcer saying that? So, from there, now that you know kind of like the update, what do you think, and where is your pick, and where is this going?
Wow. Okay. All right. Um, okay. With that information, I could definitely see that now. I could definitely see because Seth Rollins likes and respects Jay,
Uh-huh.
right? So he could say, I'm going to do it for Jay. If Jay is going to be injured and cannot compete, then I could see Seth Rollins saying, I'm doing it for him, not for you or anything like that. For any of you guys, I'm doing it for him. Man, but that means he's teaming up with CM Punk, Pablo.
Yep.
That's which, by the way, is probably not the worst thing. You probably want to start building that because what happens after this match? Are you really going to have CM Punk dealing with the bloodline characters? Like, what are you going to do with CM Punk after this match? So if you do throw in Seth freaking Rollins into this match to replace Jey Uso, they could bump heads, even though they're on the same team. They could bump heads. They could go after one another. One could backstab the other, whatever it may be, which can build a match between the two of them. Down the line. I don't know, maybe Saturday night's main event or something, right? Because we know they both hate each other. So, yeah, man.
Let
I
me share
don't
one
know.
more thing. Let me share one
Yeah.
more thing that and I don't know if this means anything, right? But when they were sitting down, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Paul Heyman, when they were having the discussion, Paul Heyman told Roman Reigns because Roman didn't want CM Punk to be on the team. So Paul said, if you don't do this, you're going to lose the bloodline. If you don't have CM Punk, you're going to lose the bloodline. And he goes to CM Punk and goes, and if you don't want to help Roman, he's all, Solo's bloodline's coming after you. But he said it like, I was like, is that a threat? Like, is he with Solo? Is he with Solo? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Uh, but I don't know, that made no sense. Then why would he try to get him on the team to help Roman? But and then remember when CM Punk first came out? CM Punk first came out last week, and they said he's going to be the fifth guy. Well, there was a big old thing that Paul Heyman winked at Jimmy, and a lot of people
Okay.
caught it like he winked at Jimmy Uso, and they looked at each other and winked, right? Like, in other words, they have something. So I wonder if Jimmy's going to turn and join Solo or something, you know? Just a lot of little hints they're giving us, bro.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Um. Okay. So how does this fight end? I guess I should jump to that. This is probably what's making it interesting to me is the fact that I really don't know who wins this match, Pablo. I really do not know. Because the feud is not going to be over after this. So I really don't know who wins this feud. Let me throw this to you. Could it be that everything falls apart because there's really no drama going on with the new with the new bloodline, but the old bloodline, especially if Jay's not gonna be in the match, right? We're that's speculation on our part. Um, there's a lot of dysfunction right there. Can things go so bad that we see Solo pin Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
Would that be burying Roman Reigns? I mean, if they tell the story right, and let's say CM Punk and Seth turn on each other and whatever, and now it's like a complete your team has completely fallen apart, and now you got three members out of the new bloodline just pummeling the dog doodles out of Roman Reigns, and Solo get the pinfall. Does that bury Roman Reigns, or does that still make him look kind of strong? It was just that the team was so dysfunctional.
Yeah, I think I don't think it would bury him. I think because it happened because of betrayal or something. It would have to be they teamed up on him and they pinned him. So yeah, but I think something like that is going to happen. I'm not saying that Roman's team's going to lose, but there's too much dysfunction. They've signaled it, and then if am I right in thinking that this is inside a cage?
Yeah, it's inside a cage.
Okay, so unless Seth Rollins is filling in for Jay, he's locked out, right? He can't get in the match, right?
Right.
Oh, okay. So it'll be interesting. How are they going to have big Bronson Reed over there and have no Seth Rollins? It doesn't make sense, you know, unless somehow, like we said, I think last week you said or I said, one of us, that maybe CM Punk gets attacked in the back or Jey Uso's hurt and they need somebody to fill in. So yeah, it's very interesting. All these little nuances. That's what's interesting. We're going to see how it plays out. Will we see The Rock? Who knows? You know.
Honestly, man, I don't think we see The Rock at Survivor Series. If he comes out, he'll come out. I would say probably on SmackDown next week.
Ah, right, right. Too
Once
early.
they try, yeah, once they try to settle everything. But you know what? I'm gonna go with the new bloodline to get the victory.
Okay,
Um,
rancor
yeah,
traitor.
there's just you know what, Pablo? There's just way too much going on with the OG bloodline. There's just way too much going on there. Way too much dysfunction. I mean, look, even Jay. If we give okay, so if Jay is still in the match, I mean, it's not like Jay is like really 100% back with Roman. He's
Right,
so
right.
there's still some bad blood in the OG bloodline. So
And
and the
and
new
not only that, to add to your statement, Jay just got beat down. He lost clean,
right
bro. He lost clean, dude. Maybe
on
maybe
SmackDown.
the storyline will be he has to he has to come back tomorrow and redeem himself or something.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna say, look, I think it'd be a good storyline if Solo does get the pin um over Roman Reigns. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I'm gonna tell everybody right now. CM Punk is not allowing himself to get pinned. That's for damn sure.
Oh
He
yeah.
will. Yeah. So he's not gonna take a pinfall. Who takes the 1, 2, 3, Pablo? Well, who are you choosing to win, and who takes the 1, 2, 3 on their back?
Man, dude. Okay, if it's the new bloodline, I mean the old bloodline getting pinned, I think Roman takes it. It would be because there was disunity in the camp. It would create, people were in it for themselves. CM Punk is fighting Seth Rollins or fighting Sammy, just or Sammy's fighting Jimmy. You know what I mean? There's too much going on that everybody was not focused. So I think the
Mm.
biggest impact would be pinning Roman. That would be like a nuclear bomb, right? That would be, man, there's so many ways you could go with the storyline within the bloodline drama wise, right? And then
Right.
man, but in in the CM Punk Roman Reigns meeting that they had today, CM Punk also told him, well, let's do this. If you want to get your Ula Fala back, let's do this. So CM Punk was talking about Roman getting his necklace back. So could it
Mm.
happen tomorrow? That would be something big too. But why do it now, man? Why don't they wait till January 6th? So I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, it's that's why this Survivor this feud's gonna continue, man. So
Oh,
uh,
definitely.
yeah, so I'm definitely going new bloodline, and I think they get the pinfall. I'm gonna say either over Roman. If not, they get well, they could go over Jimmy too, man, because nobody really cares about Jimmy. But I honestly I think the way to go. I
Tar.
think the way to
Hey,
go.
I like Jamie, bro.
Okay, okay. I think the way to go, honestly, man, is definitely have the team implode on one another, and that leaves Roman high, hanging high to dry, and they just beat him down and they pin him.
Oh,
I think that's the way to go, man.
that would be a good one. That would be a good one. So here's
Yeah.
what I predict. This is my ending. I think everything's going to go to hell. Everything's going to go. Somehow the cage is going to get open. They're going to be all over the freaking stadium, bro. They're going to be everywhere. I don't know, and I don't even know where the ref stands in this one. Is the ref inside the cage too?
Shoot, I don't remember. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
that be funny if Seth was the ref? That would be hilarious. But but what I predict, I'm going to go with the old bloodline to win, and I'm going to predict that they're going to pin Solo, beat Solo, and it's going to be CM Punk and Roman Reigns beating Solo, and it's going to be at the end where we're going to see CM Punk and Roman Reigns about to fight and maybe set up for the next pay-per-views to the Royal Rumble, and so they can squabble, and then we're going to hear the Rock's music one more time, and he's going to come
Wow.
out. He's going to come out and say, "You know what? It's me, fools. It's me. This is my bloodline." Or that wouldn't make no sense, but that's what I'm going with. Because if the Rock comes out, he wants to come out victorious, with Solo. But man,
Okay.
that's my going. So you're picking the old bloodline. I'm picking the new bloodline. And I'm picking The Rock also to come. And remember, people, all you people out there listening in YouTube land, we have never been wrong on any pick.
Well,
Oh,
Pablo, so you excited, Pablo, for War Games?
well, I'm excited for this match now that we talk about it.
Okay.
I think we both want to see what angles come, and the rest of the card. Would I like to see Tiffany win? Yeah. Gunther match, not so much. So I'm excited for the main event. Yeah. Now that we've talked about it, I'm a little more excited. I'm a little more excited. And yeah, if you get a chance, go back and see the interview that Paul did with Roman and CM Punk. I think there's some hints in there, bro.
Okay. Okay. And by the way,
the last 5 minutes of SmackDown.
okay. All right. And just for the record, the women's War Games match is going to be much more entertaining, but the men's War Game match has more interest because it has more storyline to it.
Yes, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, everybody enjoy Survivor Series War Games. Yeah, you could be watching it live.
I'm actually going to be watching it about 2 hours late.
Okay, same here.
Don't text me no spoilers, bro.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely be, because it's a special start time at 3:00.
Yes.
Yeah, so I probably won't start to watch it till about 4, maybe 4:30.
Yeah, I'm by about 5:30, so I'll be right behind
Oh,
you.
okay. All right. All right. That is Pablo from the LA Times, Cholo Trucker Wrestling Rehab. Shout out to all the junkies. Enjoy Survivor Series.
And